And we've got to watch him. 12 steals.
Only Northern Burlington player in double digits for steals, 49 as a team. Nobody else has more than 7. Dromboski certainly a threat to run every time he's on the base paths. Cole Marchetti stepping in now, hitting from the left side.
You know, when you have a team like this that can just hit and hit and hit, well, you know, why risk getting thrown out on base? Just put base, you know, I mean, obviously steal when you have to, steal when you need to, but I mean, they might try to stir things up here early. We'll see.
That one catches Marchetti at the knees for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
But, you know, now you have Marchetti, a lefty up there, so with Dombrowski on first, they got to hold him on, and that gives him a nice big hole to shoot through on that right side.
A couple of lefties atop the Northern Burlington lineup. And that one gets past the catcher, Dobkin. That'll easily allow Dombrowski to get to second base. Defense going to be crucial in a game like this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a cliche, but you really do. When you're playing a team like this, you have to play a perfect game.
2 balls, 1 strike to Cole Marchetti. Dromboski now in scoring position at second base. Poot checks the runner and delivers. Breaking ball poked into left center field. Tracking back is Vikrowski, still going back, and that's going to clank off the fence. Dromboski had to hold up, but he's going to run around third and score easily. And just like that, 2 batters in. The Northern Burlington Greyhounds are on the board. It's 1-0.
How's that for some opposite field power, huh? Left-hand hitter goes the opposite way, puts it off the base of the fence out in left center field.
Cole Marchetti with his 13th double of the year now breaks a tie with Dromboski for the team lead. Driving in his 24th run of the year. And in the blink of an eye, Northern Burlington takes the first lead of the day. The pitcher, Luca Menino, now stepping in. High batting stance, wiggling the bat in the right-handed batter's box. Poot delivers the first pitch, misses low.
Yeah, Lawrence lost Deacon Moore, who's going to Ryder after next year. He's only a junior. And that you know, they were able to survive that going through regular season, even go through the CVC tournament. But when you're playing teams of this caliber, you really, that's where you feel a loss of a guy like Deacon Moore.
Deacon Moore pitched in a handful of big games last year for Lawrence.
Yeah, well, his bat and his arm.
1-1 misses low. Luca Menino with 3 hits in the first 2 games of this tournament, scoring 3 runs as well. Two 2-1 from Poot. Misses low. Another good take from Menino. He's in the driver's seat, 3-1. That one in there for a strike as Menino started to take a couple steps toward first base. Got to reset now with a payoff pitch coming. Third batter of the bottom of the first from Northern Burlington. They already lead 1-0. Aiden Poot. Turn at the runner at second and delivers the 3-2 up high. Ball 4. Menino aboard.
Not the kind of start Poot was looking for, and Jimmy Mayer's going to come out and have a talk with him.
Lawrence head coach in his 3rd season, certainly not shy to head out to the mound and have a chat with his pitcher when he feels he needs to. Probably didn't envision doing it 3 batters into it, but
yeah,
got to hold this Northern Burlington offense to as low as they can. Today's game brought to you by the Italian People's Bakery. It's proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, located on 63 Butler Street, is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Catcher Liam Vliet will step in now in the cleanup spot. Vliet hitting .378 this year, the junior.
Well, we'll see what Jimmy Mayer said and see if he's come out and there's been times this year he's come out and talked to these guys and they've responded. He'll have to respond in a big way here.
First pitch to Vliet misses high. Single, double, and a walk for the first two batters of the game for Northern Burlington. And now 2 on for the cleanup hitter, Liam Vliet. 1-0 fired in there for a strike, taken by the catcher.
Northern Burlington 24-2. Their only 2 losses this year were to number 6 ranked Gloucester Catholic and number 12 ranked Mainland. So
now it's skipped in the dirt. Stopped by Dobkin. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Northern Burlington started the season 17-0 and lost that game to Mainland. And their loss to Gloucester Catholic came right before this Central Jersey Group 3 tournament.
yeah, that's your proverbial tune-up before the States to see a good team before you go.
2-1 popped up. I think it's going to be playable in fair territory. A slow run over for Aiden Crowley. He didn't see it right away, but the first baseman will camp under it to make the catch.
Yeah, he had to hang in there with that one, but
And that'll potentially allow Aiden Poot to settle in. First batter retired for the Greyhounds, and Jimmy Musser will step in.
yeah, Greyhounds are 0-1 after the mound visit. 0-for-1 after the mound visit. I think Villett has to be. Is it Villett or
Vliet?
Vliet. Probably a little disappointed in himself they didn't at least get the runners over to second and third, and get a fly ball to score him.
First pitch strike to Jimmy Musser.
I mean, he went to the right side, but he just not far enough.
Crowley able to secure the out. Still 2 on though, and now Poot will turn to second base. No throw though. Cole Marchetti aboard after his RBI double. A 1 from Poot, swung on and missed by Musser. Jimmy Musser, a .419 hitter this season. 19 RBIs for the Greyhounds second baseman. Behind 0-2 here though, and he chases at a pitch in the dirt. Dobkin's going to run down to first, but he can't go anyway because the runner is occupying.
Maybe you're right. Maybe Poot's settling in a little bit. You get that 1 out, and you think, okay, I can get outs.
First strikeout of the day for Poot. She gets Musser on 3 pitches. And now Nick Filipponi will step in. Batting .356 this season. He swings at the first pitch, fouls it back out of play. Northern Burlington almost wasn't here. Trailed 7-0 in the 4th inning against Brick Township in the quarterfinals. Came all the way back for a 9-8 walk-off win, and they were still down by 2 going into the 7th. Oh, well, and this one's popped and out of play down the right field line.
That's if that doesn't fire a team up, and going into the next round, you're down, you look like you're out, and then you come back. I mean, they almost have to feel like almost like a relief after getting through that game.
0-2 out in front of it is Filipponi. This one will pop up right on the fringe of the infield, caught by the second baseman Connor Crowley.
Well, credit to Aiden Poot. Rough start, but good finish.
First 3 batters get aboard from Northern Burlington. One of them comes in to score on the RBI double from Cole Marchetti. It's 1-0 Greyhounds through 1 on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant.
Opening day for the Thunder is tomorrow, Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com. Or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Trenton Thunder Baseball Big League Futures, Major League Fun. 1-0 lead for Northern Burlington over Lawrence, top of the second inning. Josh Vakrowski will lead things off for the Cardinals.
Too bad this isn't a weekend game, buddy. We could go over to Columbus Market and pick up some bargains while we're down here.
Oh, always love a good trip to Columbus. First pitch taken high by Josh Vakrowski. One-0 in there, 4 strike. You got any go-to vendors at Columbus?
Nah, I haven't been there in a long time, actually. I just remember, is Kate and Al's Pizza
Yes,
place
Kate and
still
Al's
there?
Pizza, delicious. One of the best spots in Jersey.
That's what I've heard.
This one poked up the middle, base knock, and a leadoff single for Josh Vakrowski in the top of the second.
Oh, there you go. Josh Vakrowski didn't need the flea market to get buy a hit.
Vakrowski aboard to start things in the second. Connor Williver will step in now. Williver hitting .247 this year.
He's hitting .247, but he's been worth his weight in gold down there at third base, I'll tell you that.
Checks his swing, they peeled down to first base, and the umpire says he did not go. First pitch ball to Williver. One hit for Williver in the first 2 games of this tournament, but as Fish said, phenomenal defense over at third base.
Yep.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Williver was hitless against Northern Burlington in their regular season matchup, as were most of the Cardinals. Just 3 hits that day for Lawrence.
Yeah. There he goes.
Runner takes off for Vakrowski, and swinging at the pitch is Williver. Slaps it foul down the third base line.
Yeah. Wonder if that might be a hit and run. Well, Vakrowski does have 7 stolen bases, so it's not like he can't swipe them.
79 steals on the year for Lawrence as a team. See if Vakrowski is on the move once again. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'm a little surprised they didn't try to bunt him over.
And Vakrowski does take off, but Menino steps off, throw to second base, and a perfect throw dug out by the second baseman, Jimmy Musser.
Jimmy Mayer just with his hands up in the air like, what were you doing? Not sure what, I guess, was he going for the total element of surprise there? I don't know. Sometimes, there'll be a delayed steal. That was kind of like a steal before the fact.
I guess Vakrowski thought he timed up Menino perfectly. And nice job by the Northern Burlington defense to communicate with their pitcher.
I mean, sometimes when you...
1-2, Williver pokes it to the left side. Picked up by Walulak, and now he has trouble with the transfer. And getting down to first base is Williver.
Sometimes when you do that, maybe you think that you can get the pitcher to sort of panic a little bit and maybe stop his windup or balk or something, but you're right. I mean, Menino he followed through, and they handled it perfectly.
Good job by the Northern Burlington pitcher to stay composed. Williver aboard at first, though, on the error. 1 away, and Naden Crowley steps in.
That's big now. I mean, you're looking at first and second with nobody out if they don't get him.
First pitch breaking ball for a strike.
Well, Lawrence got a break. Got to when a good team gives you a break, you got to try to capitalize big time.
Aiden Crowley hit in 6 straight tournament games. He had a hit in all 4 CVC tournament matchups. Another good breaking ball from Luca Menino.
Aiden Crowley, one of a plethora of juniors, will be back with this team next year.
7 juniors in the starting lineup for Jim Mayer. Unchanged starting lineup in all 3 games in the Central Jersey Group 3 tournament. 1-2, swing and a miss as Crowley chases in the dirt. Third strikeout for Luca Menino and out number 2 of the second. Andrew Benitez swinging a hot stick. He's going to step in for the first time today.
Yeah, he has picked it up as the season's going on. He started off pretty slow.
Benitez launching a solo home run in the quarterfinals against Hamilton West. Takes a first pitch strike from Menino. He had a pair of hits against West. Just 1 hit in the 5 games before that, so good multi-hit game for him. Slipping off the mound as he delivers that pitch is Menino.
Be careful, Luke.
Pitch called a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike to Benitez. Cleaner
Good
delivery this
curveball.
time for Menino. A beauty of a breaking ball, and it's fouled back into the glove.
I hung up there a little bit. He took a slugger's cut at that, like he saw it all the way. He just didn't come up with it.
And we know Benitez can drive one if he gets a hold of it. Down on the count 1-2, Menino delivers another good breaking ball, but Benitez watches it go low for a ball.
That's a risky take with 2 strikes on you.
Yeah, close pitch. Count even at 2. Williver leading off of first base. Menino, another breaking ball. He's living with it, and he gets Benitez looking for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts. 4 total through 2 innings for Luca Menino. Lawrence unable to get that runner in. They strand 1 to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Northern Burlington.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Don't forget, if you missed any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. Logan Downey will lead things off for Northern Burlington in the bottom of the second. Greyhounds lead the Lawrence Cardinals 1-0. Downey, Brent Walulak, and Jaden Freeze, the 3-2 up. Aiden Pook gets his sign and fires the first pitch of the inning. This one popped up behind us, out of play on the first base side. First 3 batters reach base for the Greyhounds in the bottom of the first. Nick Tromboski with the leadoff single, then Cole Marchetti drove him in with an RBI double. This one shot into center field, and another leadoff base runner for the Greyhounds as Downey's aboard.
Well, so much for perfection since the mound visit. He got 3 straight, and then that.
Lawrence head coach Jim Mayer heading out to the mound to talk with Aiden Poot. 3 batters into the bottom of the first, and then Poot settled in and got the next 3 batters retired on a pop out, or 2 pop outs and a strikeout. Showing bunt, popping it foul is Brent Walulak, strike 1.
Greyhounds playing a little small ball. It's funny, you don't think of a team with a 6-something slugging percentage playing small ball. Walulak is hitting .306.
Swings away at that one and fouls it back for strike 2. Greyhounds has a team with an OPS above 1. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Walulak. Poot delivers this one, poked the opposite way. It hits Williver in the face. Strange hop for the third baseman. Keeps it in front though, so Downey just advances 90 feet, but
Gene Darling, Northern coach, making sure Williver's okay. He looks like he's okay.
yeah, I did say it hit him in the face, but it might have caught him in the shoulder. He doesn't seem to be really shaking too much. Jim Mayer heading out there and have a quick chat with him. And he did point to his left shoulder, Jim Mayer did, so I guess it caught Williver there.
Guess you give him a bad hop single on that? Or
yeah, I mean, yeah, it was kind of a wicked hop. Tough for Williver, who's a very good defender at third base, to stay with that, or expect that, I guess I should say. Jaden Freeze aboard now, or at the plate. Downey at second, Walulak at first.
our banner seems to be blowing off here. It's not even that windy out.
Got to show off that QR code loud and proud.
Maybe I kicked it by mistake. I no longer kick wires out. I just kicked the flag down.
Jaden Freeze gets this one down, picked up by Williver in fair territory. It's a race to the bag at third, and he's called out. Logan Downey coming from second base, and nice job by Williver to stay with it.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that was going to go foul or not, but Williver taking a chance, and it pays off as he gets the lead runner.
Yeah, I don't think it was going to go foul because it was hit hard enough that it was rolling, pretty hard. So, yeah, he just got too much of that down the third baseline, and Williver, maybe Williver did take a chance. I'm not sure if he knew exactly where Downey was coming down the baseline, but heads up play for sure.
One away now, still 2 aboard as Nick Dromboski, the leadoff man, steps in. He takes the first pitch strike. Dromboski now with 5 hits in the tournament after his leadoff single in the bottom of the first. He was 3 for 3 with a pair of homers in the regular season matchup against Lawrence. 0-1 slice the other way in the air. Benitez, the left fielder, tracking back, still trying to get to the spot, and he does, makes the catch. Dromboski retired for the second out of the inning.
Well, that's where it comes in. That's where, when you talk about having to do everything right, both teams really, if Northern had gotten that bunt down and got the runners over, that's a run right there. Heads up play by Williver, keeps it first and second, and they don't get the run. You still got a tough guy to deal with here in Marchetti, but you could see your way through this inning. Although Marchetti blasted an opposite field double his first time up.
And Marchetti hit one off the fence. RBI double for him, driving in Dromboski last inning. Another RBI opportunity with Walulak at second base, Jaden Freeze at first. That one in there for a strike. Back-to-back pitches taken by Marchetti, count even at 1. Long look in for the righty Poot. Checks the runner at second, now delivers. And that one's popped out of play by Marchetti. Like Nick Dromboski, Cole Marchetti now with 5 hits in this tournament.
Well, Poot ahead on the count now. Don't want to let him get away. You gotta really try to put him away here. Wriggle out of this thing.
Righty sets and deals the 1-2, misses high.
That was part of his issues going through those control, bro. He was up high with a lot of pitches.
Poot with 23 walks on the season. Now 24 actually after he walked Luca Menino in the first inning. Marchetti stays alive, fouls it back, remains 2-2. Marchetti is a patient hitter. He has 15 walks this year, taking a couple of pitches in this at-bat. A couple of close pitches, I should say.
Yeah.
Counting him to 2 apiece. Greyhound dugout, clapping it up for Marchetti. This one in play, left side, stopped by Seneca Sumners. He'll go to third base, not in time.
Well, he saved the run, at least temporarily. Great backhand stop by Sumners, and almost, only play he had was third and nearly got him.
Yeah, we talk about Connor Williver's defense at third base. Seneca Sumner's not too shabby himself over at short. And he's able to snag that down.
He's gotten better as the season's gone on. He was making a lot of errant throws early on in the season, but he's cleaned that up a little bit. Now you got to deal with this guy with his 8 home runs and 31 RBIs, and you got the bases loaded. Not easy.
First pitch to Luca Menino, up and in.
Menino from a baseball family. He's got 2 brothers that are also playing college baseball.
Aiden Poot facing some trouble in the bottom of the second. He delivers this one up the middle. Sumners keeps it in front and then boots it to the left side. 1 run comes in to score. Jaden Freeze heads up base running. He rounds third and crosses home plate. And 2 runs score for the Greyhounds on an infield knock.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's why baseball is the game it is. I mean, Summers just made a tremendous backhand play to stop a run from scoring, and then he's over the middle and boots a ball that should have been a ending force play at second. 2 runs come across. You can't figure this game out, Andrew.
3-0 lead now for Northern Burlington. Still 2 on for Liam Valit. Costly play for the Lawrence Cardinals as 2 runs come in on the ground ball.
Now, Poot's had some bad luck in this inning. He had the ball that took the bad hop on Williver that probably would have been an out.
Fly ball down the right field line. Giving it a look is Vikrowski, and it's going to get out of play.
Good effort.
Goes down for a long strike number 1 to Liam Valit. Valit with a pair of hits and an RBI against Lawrence in the regular season. Poot fires the 1-1, popped up by Valit. Might stay in play, and it does, but Aiden Crowley couldn't find it. Drew Dobkin, the catcher, also coming over to try to get to it. And it wasn't right on the fence. There was some room for him there, but...
You get the feeling we're like in the photographer's pit here?
Yeah, a little bit.
Kyle Franco's like the 5th person to come over here and shoot pictures next to us.
Right down here, perched about halfway down the first base line, first base line next to the Northern Burlington dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Valit. Poot delivers. Another one popped up in the air. It's going to stay in fair territory. Sumner is the shortstop racing in. Now it's Crowley, the first baseman, and he leans back and makes the catch. A couple of balls going in the air and giving Lawrence some trouble. But Aiden Crowley able to stay with it for the final out of the second. 2 more runs come across the score for Northern Burlington. The Greyhounds lead it 3-0 as we head to the third.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community, Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. Haldeman Ford has it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks. Haldeman Ford has a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford services all makes and models and is known for their fleet service and state-of-the-art collision center. And coming soon, the area's largest new commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. And Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season tomorrow, Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun.
Well, Lawrence needs to do something pretty quick. I'm sure they have a really bad taste in their mouth right now with the way this game has started. Aiden Poot looked to be clean and clear out of that inning, and then a disaster. So they need to try to get a few runs back here, get a little life in themselves.
Drew Dobkin, the catcher, leading off. 1 ball, 1 strike to him. Just 28 pitches for Luca Menino through 2 innings. 1-1, misses low to Dobkin. Drew Dobkin 2 for 6 with an RBI in the first round and quarterfinals. Gets a piece, fouls it back, and the count's even at 2.
If we have any Northern Burlington fans tuning in, we'll be back on the air with your school again tomorrow when Greyhounds softball team visits Steiner for a 4 p.m. matchup. We'll be on the air with that game. Big Northern Burlington week for us.
2-2 from Menino, misses high. Count runs full to Dobkin. First 3-ball count of the day for Luca Menino.
Yeah, if anything, if you're Lawrence, you at least want to work the pitch count a little bit.
Payoff pitch, Dobkin, a couple of bounces to third base and then stays on the ground, but
yeah,
Marchetti's able to stay with it.
That was the opposite of the one that went to Willard.
Yeah.
He was waiting for it to come up and it just stayed down.
Marchetti able to make the play, though, and fire it across the diamond in time for the out. Dobkin retired. And then Dobkin stopping to say something to Seneca Sumners before he heads back to the dugout. Guess the Lawrence catcher saw something in Menino's delivery. First pitch ball up high to Seneca Sumners, hitting .270 this year. Just 2 extra base hits for the Lawrence shortstop. He takes a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, he'd love to get something started here, make up for that error.
And Lawrence would love to have him on the base paths. Good speed out of the legs of Sumner. Takes that one high, 2 balls and 1 strike. Sumner's way out in front as he misses that one. Count runs to 2-2.
Pretty nice crowd out here today.
Yeah, beautiful day.
Yeah.
First Wednesday of June.
Yeah, if you don't want to come out and watch a game today, then you're just not coming out. I might want to stay in and watch us.
That's true. 2-2, Sumner's again out in front. He pokes it foul. We'll do it again. Fans scattered all the way around the diamond today. And the Northern Burlington support hoping to get one more game here.
Yeah, a lot of Lawrence people. I mean, it's not far.
Sumners chases that one up out of the zone for strike 3.
Yeah, helped them out there.
5th strikeout for Luca Menino. First 2 batters of the inning retired, and now Aiden Poot, the leadoff man, will step in with 2 away. First pitch misses low to Aiden Poot.
Broke off another one.
Buckling the knees of Aiden Poot as that one's in there for a strike.
Yeah, that had a pretty sharp break to it there.
Another slip for Menino on the mound as he fires that one low for a ball. Second time we've seen the Greyhound starter lose his balance. Behind in the count 2-1 as Poot's trying to start a 2-out rally. That one misses low. And Menino really trying to dig into that mound and try to find a good landing spot.
Yeah, he does seem to be not perfect, totally at ease out there with that mound, does he?
Shakes off the catcher, Valit, gets his sign now, and delivers the 3-1 to Poot. In the dirt, ball 4. Menino shrugs his shoulders as he slips again. And Liam Valit, the catcher, reading the situation. He's going to head out and have a word with Menino. Entire Greyhounds infield's going to come in now.
They're all sort of scuffling some dirt around out there.
Right in the front of the mound. I'm not sure how Aiden Poot's going to feel about that, but
This looks like you when you're a little kid and you're all playing in the sandbox.
He's landing in the hole that Aiden Poot.
Yeah, maybe Poot's making that hole for him.
hopefully an umpire is going to head out now to break up the mound visit. Don't forget, if you missed any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian.
Well, that was interesting. Usually something like that, you tell your coach or you tell the umpire, you say, hey, I'm having trouble here with the mound. He just got his entire infield to start doing some construction work out there.
Yeah, I mean, the umpires will allow you more time if you feel that the mound is really, throwing you off. First pitch to Crowley, misses low and gets past Liam Valit.
Bad body language.
Taking off for second base is Aiden Poot. And Luca Menino really rattled out there on the mound.
Yeah,
Bad body language.
they need a coach to go out there and have a chat with him.
It's now a couple of pitches in a row that he slipped on the delivery.
Both of them bounced up there.
Poot in scoring position now at second base. That pitch misses outside, dropped by the catcher Valit.
I mean, that if you're pitching and you're not focused entirely on that batter and that catcher's glove, and you're worried about something else, you're not going to do well.
2-0 misses up high. 3-3 counts in the inning now after none in the first two for Menino.
Well, I think if he walks in, you're going to see a visit from either the pitching coach or Gene Darling.
Gotta believe Crowley's taken here. And he does, up high for ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Luca Menino.
Yeah, I mean, these aren't even close. These aren't like just missed balls.
And we are going to get that mound visit for Northern Burlington.
Zach Westerberg taking a trot out there.
Five strikeouts first time through the order for Menino, and now he's delivered consecutive walks to Aiden Poot and Connor Crowley.
And now Zach Westerberg doing a little bit of mound work. Spring gardening, as it were.
And you would think Menino would be comfortable. This is his home mound.
Yeah.
A little bizarre.
Not sure what's happening.
Something Lawrence will try to take advantage of. Home plate umpire now back out to the mound. Westerberg heading back to the first base dugout.
I wonder if Zach Westerberg's any relation to Luke Westerberg, a former baseball, football star at Nottingham. You remember him?
I do, yes.
Yeah,
he was a little bit older than me.
He was quarterback in that championship game. He played the second half of that championship game. Let him pass Neptune.
Teak Toto at the plate. Two on for the Cardinals. Pickoff attempt at first base, and just getting a hand back in time is Connor Crowley. Logan Downey, the Northern Burlington first baseman, pointing his glove back to Menino, saying nice job on that one. Toto with the strikeout his first time up. He's got 4 hits in the tournament. This one driven into center field. Good jump from Drumboski, though, and he gets to the spot to make the catch.
Well, he hit that right on the nose. Straight back up the middle, line drive, but right at him.
So the pair of 2-out walks does not come back to bite Luca Menino as he gets out of another inning without allowing a run. Northern Burlington coming up to the plate in the bottom of the third. They lead it 3-0.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Today's game is brought to you by Hyundai of Trenton. Over 1,400 tear-free cars ready to go at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. Hyundai Kona, Palisade, Tucson, Santa Fe, Elantras, all priced for immediate sale. No one has the selection or the special pricing that Hyundai of Trenton has. Over 1,400 tear-free cars. If you were ever thinking of getting a new car, SUV, or EV vehicle, now's the time to buy at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. Remember, they have over 1,400 tear-free cars waiting for you to test drive now. Bottom of the third, Northern Burlington coming to bat. They lead it 3-0.
Yeah, frustrating game for Lawrence so far. They've been given some opportunities. Northern's committed an error, and Menino got out of it. Then Menino had troubles with the mound and walked 2 guys, and then Teak Toto hit a ball as well as you're going to hit it, and right at the center fielder.
Lawrence stranding a pair in the top half of the third. They got a leadoff single from Josh Vakrowski in the bottom of the top of the second, and then he was picked off. A 1 in there for strike to Jimmy Musser.
Pretty imperative that Toto does not allow another run. You got to keep this at within striking distance here. Can't let them keep building on this lead.
0-2 breaking ball misses high from Poot.
Whereas Northern would love to just keep tacking on.
Musser, Filipino, and Downey, 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Greyhounds. This pitch will be number 50 for Aiden Poot. Popped up for Musser, out of play. We'll do it again.
I hope none of these balls come out to us because I lose that thing when it's up in the air.
I know, it's tough.
It's hard.
I mean, there's no clouds above us, so I guess it's somewhat easier versus if there was a cloud. But
I don't know. That's what they call a high sky, which is a term I've never understood.
1-2.
I saw that one. Look out, people are out on the track there.
Jimmy Musser with a strikeout his first time up. Lone strikeout for Aiden Poot so far, who's 2 away from 100 on the season. He's ahead 1-2. Again, Musser staying alive. Fouls it back out of play. Another one put in the air by Musser over on the first base side. Crowley giving it a look, and it's going to go out of play as the fans scatter away, Fish.
Big time scatter. I think other people are losing it too because this one woman came flying over here and that ball was nowhere near her.
4 straight foul balls off the bat of Jimmy Musser. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat coming from Aiden Poot. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff man in the bottom of the third. Poot delivers, swing and a miss. He gets Musser to chase high.
Well, it was a battle, but Poot hung in there.
Strikeout 99 on the season for Aiden Poot. And the left fielder, Nick Filipponi, will step in. Filipponi hitting .356 this year.
Boy, how many foul balls you got to chase in this place? Man.
Yeah, the umpire's bag on his right hip's looking a little low.
Yeah.
Got to retrieve some of these balls that get out of play.
There's been at least 10 that have gone over us already.
A 1 misses high to Filipponi. Popped out to second base to end the bottom of the first. One misses inside. Good take from Filipponi. He's ahead now, 2 balls and 1 strike. Northern Burlington scoring early again against Lawrence. They scored 3 runs in the regular season matchup against the Cardinals. This one put into play, right center field. Vikrowski and Toto tracking to the spot, and it's the right fielder Toto getting over to make the catch. First 2 batters retired in an inning for the first time today for Aiden Poot. The sophomore first baseman Logan Downey will step in, leadoff single for him his last time up. Downey gets a piece of the first pitch, fouls it back.
Poot with a chance to get through first 1, 2, 3 inning, or at least get a scoreless inning.
1 run in the first for Northern Burlington, added a pair in the second.
2 unearned in the second, we should say.
Ground ball up the middle, booted by the shortstop Seneca Sumners. 2 runs came in to score. Jaden Freeze, who started that play out on second base, came around to score. Heads up base running by him as Downey fouls that one back. It's 1-2. Aiden Poot looking to retire the side in order for the first time today. Struck out Musser, got Filipponi to fly out to right field, and he'll have to wait at least one more pitch. There's that one in the dirt for a ball, 2-2 to Downey. Semifinal of the Central Jersey Group 3 tournament. The winner moves on to the title game to be played on Thursday afternoon. Poot sets and deals the 2-2. This one another pop-up, right field. Toto racing in, calling everybody off, and he'll make the catch right on the edge of the infield dirt. Long run for the Lawrence right fielder, but he gets to the spot to retire the side. 1-2-3 inning for Aiden Poot and Lawrence in the bottom of the third. We head to the fourth, 3-0, Northern Burlington leads.
Hi, I'm Errol Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Haldeman Ford celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. Haldeman Ford has it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks. Haldeman Ford services all makes and models and is known for their fleet service and state-of-the-art collision center. And coming soon, the area's largest new commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. Top of the fourth inning at Northern Burlington Regional High School. Alongside Rich Fisher, I'm Andrew Myers. Thanks for joining us on the WBCB Sports Network. 3-0 lead for Northern Burlington over Lawrence.
Well, Aiden Poot having his best inning so far. See if that does anything to wake up the Lawrence bats a little bit.
First pitch to Josh Vikrowski, taken for a strike. Middle three in the order due up for Lawrence: Vikrowski, Williver, and Aiden Crowley.
It'll be interesting to see what Menino, how he deals with this mound this inning.
That one in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Vliet, 1-1. And for just joining us, Luca Menino, the starter for Northern Burlington, slipping on at least 4 pitches that I noticed coming off the mound. 1-1 misses high, 2 balls and 1 strike to Vikrowski. And I think it did get to him a little bit in that last inning.
Oh, big time.
Retired the first 2 batters and then walked 2 straight.
It got to him, but he battled through it.
Vikrowski ahead on the curveball, swings through it for strike 2. Vikrowski with a leadoff single in the top of the second. Trying to replicate that in the fourth. Menino delivers the 2-2. In there, called strike 3. Catches Vikrowski at the letters. Strikeout number 6 for Luca Menino, and the leadoff man is retired in the fourth.
I think he may have made the adjustment.
Connor Williver coming to bat now. He's way back in that right-handed batter's box. His back right leg is almost on the line. Swings at the first pitch, fly ball to straightaway right field. Coming in on it is Jaden Freeze, getting to the spot, he'll make the catch.
Yeah, it's funny, Andrew. We're talking about how, Lawrence, even if they lose this game, they got 7 starters coming back. You look at this Northern Burlington roster, they're only losing 3 guys from this starting lineup. They got all these guys are coming back. Logan Downing will be back. Jaden Freeze is just a freshman. Marquette's a junior. Vliet's a junior. Walalak is a sophomore. I mean, these guys are loaded for bear. Who knows? Could see a rematch next year.
Northern Burlington going for their 25th win today.
Wins. That's a lot of wins.
That one misses low to Aiden Crowley, 2-0 the count. Greyhounds had 27 wins back in 2015. That's the last time they won the Central Jersey Group 3 title.
When was it?
2015.
So not that far ago. Not that long ago. 10 years. I mean, compared to Lawrence, I don't know when Lawrence last won one. Maybe 76, something like that, huh?
1-2, turning on it early,
look
and
out,
just
folks.
missing a couple of fans down there on the left field line. Crowley with an early hack on that one. Count remains 1-2. Skips in the dirt for a ball. 2-2 the count.
Lawrence, if Lawrence can come from behind, if they could win the Central Jersey title, I think that would give them a school record for wins with 23. They've increased by one each year.
I think it was 22 in first year, 21 last year.
Are you sure?
For Lawrence.
I thought it was reversed.
Might have flipped it, yeah. So that one misses low.
But the only way to do that again is you got to win it.
3 straight 20-win seasons under Jim Mayer. 7-2 record for the Cardinals in the state tournament in the last 3 years. 3-2 staying alive is Crowley. Lawrence reached the Central Jersey Group 3 title game in 2023. 10-7 loss to Middletown North. 5-4 loss last year to Allentown.
Crowley hanging in there.
Here we go, one more.
Andrew Benitez would be next. Luca Menino trying to make sure he doesn't get an at-bat in the fourth. The 3-2 misses low in the dirt, ball 4. Good take from Crowley. And another 2-out walk issued by Luca Menino. Northern Burlington getting a step further than they did last year. Lost in the quarterfinals to Robbinsville as a 7 seed in the 2024 Central Jersey Group 3 tournament.
I'm already done with it. I know. We're not even there yet. I'm already done.
First pitch swinging is Andrew Benitez on the ground to short, picked up by Walulak, and he cleanly throws it over to first base in time for the out. So the 2-out walk again does not come back to hurt Luca Menino. As he faces 4 in the inning, Lawrence strands 1. We head to the bottom of the fourth, 3-0 Northern Burlington.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Today's game is brought to you by Jammer Doors and Windows. Jammer Doors and Windows is a 4th-generation local family-owned business since 1920, offering the finest garage doors and openers, Rainer Garage Doors and Openers. Jammer also carries entry doors, patio doors and windows, sales, service, and installation. And Jammer Doors and Windows does their own installation using no subcontractors, which means fairer prices and more pride in their work. Both residential and commercial sales and service. Visit Jammer Doors and Windows at their showroom at 2850 Brunswick Avenue, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, or at their Yardley showroom in the Gristmill at 10 North Main Street. You have to call to make an appointment there. Call 215-493-7709. That's 215-493-7709 for Jammer Doors and Windows. Brent Walulak will lead things off in the bottom of the fourth for Northern Burlington. 3-0 lead for the Greyhounds halfway through things. Walulak swings at the first pitch, drives it into center field. Tracking back is Josh Pekrowski, and he will make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away.
Yeah, Aiden Pook could use that. pitch count. What's his pitch count now?
He's at 64 now by my count.
Yeah, so he could use a few of those first pitch outs.
And with the 8-hitter Wallerlack and now Jaden Freeze stepping in to start this inning, you want to limit the damage with the top of the lineup on deck. 5 straight retired now by Aiden Poot. Jaden Freeze with a big hack at the first pitch. He fouls it back into the glove of Dobkin. Bright future ahead for the freshman Jaden Freeze, having a great first high school season. 327 batting average, 5 doubles, 2 homers.
You think the players stand next to him on a hot day like today?
Yeah, there's your first Freeze pun, Fish.
That's right. That's it. I'm done at 1.
0-2 taken in the dirt by Freeze.
And I fought my inner demons to not say it too.
You had to get one in there.
Yeah, why not? What the heck? It's the summertime.
Called strike 3 in there. Freeze watches it go by. And there is strikeout number 100 on the year for Aiden Poot. Just his 3rd strikeout of the day, but it comes as the 2nd out of the bottom of the 4th, and now Nick Dromboski, the leadoff man, steps in with 2 away. Takes the first pitch low for a ball. Single and a fly out for Dromboski. On the ground on the right side. Coming up to collect it is Connor Crowley. He throws it to his left for the out. And it's
7 in a row for Poot.
Yep, back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings for the Lawrence pitcher Aiden Poot. But the Cardinals still trying to find their first run of the day. They trail it 3-0 against the Greyhounds of Northern Burlington through 4.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
The Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. For the finest dessert trays for your special get-together, visit Italian People's Bakery located on 63 Butler Street, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. And Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season tomorrow, Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. Post-game fireworks nights, Tuesdays kids eat free, Wednesday dollar dog nights, Thursday, and pork roll Fridays throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrendThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. Trend Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun.
Northern player coming by, waving in the camera as they walk by. Like that.
Anything to get some screen time.
That's right. Had a nice little smile on his face.
Drew Dobkin leads off the top of the 5th for Lawrence. Cardinals trail at 3-0. 1 run in the first, 2 more in the second for Northern Burlington. A 1 fouled back from Dobkin. And with the way Luco Menino is pitching today and how Northern Burlington's been pitching all season long, 3 runs might be enough for him today.
Yeah, for sure. Lawrence has 1 hit so far. Drawing some walks.
Yeah, Hit 3 walks in the last 2 innings.
And this guy doesn't give up a lot of walks. Let's see,
18 walks on the year for Menino.
yeah.
So now 21 with his 3 today.
18 walks and 17 hits in 30 some innings. That's just that's just too good.
0.71 ERA coming into the contest. That's already been lowered
Yeah.
by Menino.
And a whip at 0.88. I mean, jeez.
He's up to 80 strikeouts now with 6 today. Full count to the leadoff man, Dobkin, in the 5th, the 3-2. Misses low, ball 4. Another walk issued by Menino, his 4th today. And a leadoff base runner for the 3rd inning in 5 for Lawrence. And immediately we're going to get a courtesy runner for the catcher, Drew Dobkin. I believe it's going to be Ben Hauger. It's he's almost his personal courtesy runner out there for Dobkin.
Exactly.
Ben Hauger, the junior, listed as a pitcher and an infielder on the Lawrence roster.
Every catcher needs his own courtesy runner.
Seneca Sumners takes the first pitch ball. Sumners struck out his first time up. 2 for 5 now in the tournament.
If you're Sumners, I think I would take a pitch until I saw a strike again. Okay.
He'll take that one and right on cue as it's in there for a strike.
Okay, Bal, back to swinging.
Sumner's no stranger to laying down a bunt here and there.
No, and he does it well. Oh, there you go.
And he flashes it, throwing it behind the runner at first base, not in time as I almost got Hauger leaning.
You know, the one thing with Sumners, though, I mean, we see him do a lot of bunting at home on that turf field.
True.
Where it's a little different with these, with a kind of a thicker grass surface. I mean, you know, I know they play road games, so he does go on the road, and you know, but I don't know, you know, and a lot of your opportunities are doing that on turf.
2-1, Sumners swings away and misses it for strike 2. He did show bunt briefly on that 3rd pitch, pulled back and took a ball. Now the count even at 2-2. Hauger leads off of first. Menino gets his sign and the righty delivers. Slips again, but gets the strike 3 called at the knees. Sumners watches it go by.
That was a good pitch.
I think Menino will trade a couple of slips for a strikeout there.
Yeah. Walking back behind the mound, though, he's kind of got to keep gathering himself. Get this mound out of his head.
Aiden Poot steps in for the 3rd time today. He takes the first pitch ball.
I mean, it's a shame. The game at this level, you got to, you know, your pitcher has to sort of worry about this.
(1-0) in their 4th strike to Poot. Talked about Menino's two-way prowess. Aiden Poot, not too bad himself, hitting just a shade under 350 this year. And he's long been the leadoff man for the Cardinals throughout the season. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout and a walk. Swing and a miss from Poot. And he's behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Menino nods his head. Hauger takes off for second base. Poot swings and misses. Strike 3. Throw down to second. Not in time as it pulled the second baseman Musser off the bag. So Poot down swinging with strike 3. 8th strikeout of the day for Luca Menino. Hauger swipes second base and a man in scoring position for Connor Crowley.
You know, the way Menino's been scuffling with that mound today, you'd think he's having a rough game, but he's still pitching a one-hitter. He has given up 4 walks, but this is Lawrence's first runner in scoring position since the 3rd. 2 outs then as well.
First pitch swinging is Connor Crowley ahead on that breaking ball. He fouls it back into the glove of Liam Valit for strike one.
I think Valit's doing a really good job of sort of keeping these guys off balance and mixing it up a little bit.
Couple looks at second base for Menino. Now delivers this one, shot into left center field. Long run for Drombowski, looking up, and that one's out of here! One swing of the bat, the Lawrence Cardinals are back in it as they're on the board. A 2-run shot from Connor Crowley, and it's 3-2.
You see what I mean? He's got him confused. He's no sooner do those words come out of my mouth than Connor Crowley just crushes it to right center field. And what a lift that should give these Cardinals.
Connor Crowley with his first homer of the season. It's just the 7th all year for the Lawrence Cardinals. And a 3-run game becomes a 1-run game. Crowley cracks a 2-out homer for the Cardinals. First pitch to Teague Toto, misses low.
Was that the announcer's jinx in a big way there?
Yeah. It's got to happen every once in a while.
Yeah. I'm sure Lawrence will be happy that I jinxed him.
That's true. Yeah, it depends on who you ask.
Yeah, I'm not sure the Greyhounds are going to be all that thrilled about it.
Menino got to settle in now. After Crowley does some damage, still 2 away. Ball taken low from Teague Toto. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Lawrence right fielder. 0 for 2 today. Another one misses high.
I mean, that's got to be a lift for Lawrence just because they had gone 11 straight 11 straight innings without a run against this team. Getting shut out the first time, and now
Toto pokes this one to the right side of the infield, picked up by the second baseman Jimmy Musser. Over to first in time for the final out of the inning. But Lawrence gets on the board in the 5th. It's a 2-run homer off the bat of Connor Crowley, and it makes things 3-2. Northern Burlington with the lead midway through the 5th.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Don't forget, if you missed any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Aiden Poot delivers the first pitch to Cole Marchetti, driven to deep left field, and on the run making the catch is Andrew Benitez.
pretty smooth by Benitez. He just kind of cruised right until he got to it. Just got there at the last second and hauled it in.
Marchetti retired for the first time today. Now 8 straight retired by Aiden Poot on the mound for Lawrence.
Well, if Aiden Poot ever needed a shutdown inning in his life, it's this inning. I mean, Lawrence has finally got a little life to him now. You know, they're feeling it. They've held these guys without a run for last two innings. Finally got 2 back. Finally scored against Northern. You gotta maintain this kind of spirit now.
Luca Menino swings at the first pitch, ahead on it, and he fouls it back. Menino a walk and reach base on an error today.
A very costly error. Allowed 2 runs to come home. Oof.
Check swing couldn't hold up for Menino, and he's quickly down 0-2. Aiden Poot starting to find a groove. Long look in for the righty, gets his sign, and he delivers the 0-2. Breaking ball, good take from Menino. 3-2 ball game now. Northern Burlington still leads it. 2-run homer from Connor Crowley in the top half of the inning to finally get Lawrence on the board. 1-2, another good take as Menino spits on it. Lawrence with just 2 hits today, but they trail it by 1 run. 2-2. This one shot into right center field. Long run and a diving attempt from Pekrowski, but he's not going to get to it. Racing around to second base and sliding in head first safely is Luca Menino.
Good effort by Petrowski to try to lay out and dive for it. And good effort by Toto to get over there and get it in and hold him to a double. I mean, ball goes out to right field. Sometimes you're thinking 3 at times. So he put a nice swing on that, just lined it out there. Now they got a courtesy runner going in, Jake Bartlett in there running for Menino.
Menino, the pitcher, will head back to the dugout and get ready to go back out to the mound in the 6th inning.
And that snaps a string of 8 in a row.
And Lee swings the first pitch. This one driven, hot shot to center, caught by Josh Pekrowski. Gets another chance immediately. And is able to retire Valit. 2 down now with Bartlett still at second base and Jimmy Musser stepping in 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Well, they've tagged the last 2 balls, hit them well. I'm not sure if Poop might be tiring or just leaving, starting to leave a few balls up.
Opposite field double off the bat of Luca Menino, and Jake Bartlett out to run for him with 2 away. First pitch curveball in there for a strike to Jimmy Musser.
Again, keeping him to a double instead of a triple there, and that they could have scored on a sacrifice fly there.
Another one catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Musser now down in the count 0-2. Put into play, left side through the hole, base knock. They're going to send Bartlett around third base. The throw in from Benitez is not in time, and it's a big 2-out hit off the bat at Jimmy Musser. Northern Burlington extends the lead to 2. It's 4-2.
Wow, that sure is a big bat. I mean, Jimmy Musser, that's what you call picking up your teammates. You get a double, then you don't get the guy in, and with 1 out, and Musser comes through big with those 2-out RBI hits are huge if you're the one getting them, and they're killers if you're the one giving them up.
First hit of the day for Musser, his 20th RBI of the season. Northern Burlington answering back after Lawrence scored a pair of runs in the top half of the 5th. 4-2 now for the Greyhounds. Nick Filipponi fouls back the first pitch for strike 1. I believe it's Cole Marchetti out there in the bullpen warming up for Northern Burlington.
All right, well. He stymied Lawrence the first time they played.
This one driven into left center field. That's going to get down and split the gap. Racing around second base is Jimmy Musser. He goes all the way to the fence. They're going to send Musser around third base. Throw cut off by Crowley and thrown in, not in time. Another huge base knock for the Northern Burlington Greyhounds as Nick Filipponi drives in another run. It's 5-2.
Yeah, I think Poot's I think he must be getting tired because they've been hitting them now. The last 4 batters have really been, a double, a line drive to center, a single, and then I guess that's a single and second on the throw. Another big hit, Nick Filipponi coming through, and that's the thing with this Northern Burlington team, man. You cannot relax. You get 2 runs, 2 outs, and think, all right, I'm out of this. But they got 300-plus hitters running up and down this lineup. And they show now just how dangerous they can be.
That'll be the last pitch that Aiden Poot throws in this ball game. As Jim Mayer heads out to the mound to go to the pen, and he's actually going to go to his first baseman, Aiden Crowley. And this is the same sort of situation that, well, not the same situation, but Lawrence went to Aiden Crowley in the quarterfinal after Poot tossed 4 innings against Hamilton West. They had a 6-run lead at that point as opposed to a 3-run deficit, but Jimmy Mayer bringing Aiden Crowley onto the mound to relieve Aiden Poot.
You know, I really wasn't looking. Was Filipponi going all the way? Should he get a double on that, or I was watching?
Yeah, I was focusing on the throw too.
Yeah.
I would think with the ball going all the way to the fence, he was thinking double out of the gate, but
yeah. Yeah, because I mean, Musser was on first.
Yeah.
So that's hard to score from first on a single.
And there was really no hesitation from head coach Gene Darling out there in the third base coaching box.
No.
He was sending Musser all the way. Good relay by the Cardinals, but the throw just wasn't in there in time. And a huge response for the Northern Burlington Greyhounds after Lawrence finally got on the board in the top of the inning.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we said that they needed to get a shutdown inning, and he was 2/3 of the way there. Just couldn't close the deal. And, you know, I got to think he had gassed, and that ball was just staying up.
Aiden Poot entered the inning, retiring 7 straight. He made it 8 with the leadoff fly out off the bat of Cole Marchetti. But then a double from Luca Menino. He got Liam Valit to line out for out number 2, and then back-to-back RBI hits for Jimmy Musser and Nick Filipponi to make it 5-2. Aiden Crowley making his 16th overall appearance on the mound, 11th in relief for the Cardinals. He's got a 2.36 ERA on the year.
Now Benitez has moved over to first.
Yep, but if it's the same changes they made in the quarterfinal against West, you'd have Benitez at first, Poot out in center field, and then Vakrowski going to left, and I think that's what they did. .1-0 from Crowley, right to the shortstop Sumners. He stays with it over to first to the new first baseman Benitez, and he secures it for out number 3. But a couple of runs come in to score for Northern Burlington as they match the 2 runs Lawrence scored in the top half of the inning. Through 5 in the Central Jersey Group 3 semifinal, Northern Burlington leads Lawrence 5-2.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community, Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. Haldeman Ford has it all. New and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks. Haldeman Ford has a great variety of EV vehicles as well. Haldeman Ford services all makes and models and is known for their fleet service and state-of-the-art collision center. And coming soon, the area's largest new commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. 6th inning, 5-2 lead for Northern Burlington over Lawrence. Both teams scoring a pair of runs in the 5th. And Luca Menino with 88 pitches under his belt, back out there for a 6th inning of work. We saw Cole Marchetti, the third baseman, warming up out in the left field bullpen during the bottom of the 5th, so we'll see what kind of leash Luca Menino has.
You know, and that's a sign of a good team. Northern Burlington, they, you know, Lawrence finally gets a little bit of a oomph in this game. Ball's gonna go. Is it gonna stay fair? Nope. They got a little bit of oomph in this game, and you know, if you're Northern Burlington, you're thinking, you know, we gotta stem the tide here. And what do? They come right back out and cancel out those 2 runs with two out hits.
And Luca Menino allowing just 1 hit through 4 2/3 innings before that Connor Crowley 2-run homer. Krosky takes up high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Krosky leading off an inning for the 3rd time today. He has a single and a strikeout. Takes that pitch inside.
Greyhound fans did not like it. That call. It's the loudest I heard them all game.
Close pitch goes the Cardinals' way. 2-1. Another close pitch. This time goes for the Greyhounds as it's called a strike.
A little makeup.
2-2 to the leadoff hitter for Krosky in the 6th. Menino fires, misses high.
Well, if you're Lawrence, you know, you just got to put your head down, plug away. One guy at a time, one batter at a time. One guy try to get on base, you know, see what Krosky can do, coax a walk maybe.
Called strike 3 in there for strikeout number 9 for Luca Menino. But Krosky retired on a strikeout looking for the 2nd time today. Cardinals struck out 19 times in the regular season matchup, just 3 hits. And they have 2 hits and 9 strikeouts today offensively as Connor Williver fouls that one out of play for strike 1.
Really, 19 times? 19 out of 21
Yes,
strikeouts?
sir. Cole Marchetti had 15, and then Jordan Gilligo had 4 in relief.
Oh, man, I didn't look at the relief pitcher. I didn't realize that. Wow. Well, moral victories mean nothing in this case, but at least they got their bat on the ball this time.
Williver to third base, bobbled by Marchetti. He stays with it, though, and over to first in time for the out. Nice job by Cole Marchetti to not let that ball bounce away from him.
Yeah, he had some time. Williver, not one of the Lawrence's quicker guys, so.
First 2 retired in the 6th for Luca Menino. And the Lawrence pitcher, Aiden Crowley, will step in now. Crowley walked his last time up. Takes the first pitch ball. That one misses up and in. 2-0 to Crowley. Next pitch will be number 100 for Luca Menino. And he takes a little bit off of that one in there for a strike.
See how far Gene Darling lets him go.
2-1 hits the front leg of Aiden Crowley. It's a breaking ball that didn't break. 2-out base runner for Lawrence. Andrew Benitez coming to the plate. And no movement from the, now we're going to get, I spoke a little bit too soon, Fish.
Yeah.
It is Zach Westerberg, the pitching coach, though, so likely not a pitching change. But probably a good spot to go out there and talk to Luca Menino. Maybe telling him, hey, go get this guy, might be your last hitter.
Yeah. You know, or just maybe talking about how you want to pitch Benitez, because like you said, he did have a home run against Hamilton. You know, the thing you want to do now is you don't want to be thunderstruck here by another 2-run home run. You know, so you just make sure you be careful with him. Don't give him anything that he can put in a gap or hit for power.
Benitez struck out in the second, grounded out to short on the first pitch he saw in the fourth inning. 5 extra base hits, including a pair of homers for Benitez this year. First pitch he sees, misses low for a ball. Lawrence down to their final 4 outs, trailing at 5-2. Season on the line. Another take from Benitez, misses high, 2-0. Cardinals averaging just over 6 runs per game in May. They've been held to 2 today. Benitez drives this one to right center field. Tracking in to make the catch is Nick Dromboski. And the 2-out hit by pitch stays aboard for Luca Menino, whose day is probably done. Over 100 pitches through 6 innings. 6 strong innings for the Northern Burlington pitcher, as he allows just 2 runs in those 6. Northern Burlington leads it 5-2 midway through the 6th inning.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Tomorrow, Wednesday, June 4th, is opening day for the Trenton Thunder. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. Post-game fireworks nights, Tuesdays kids eat free, Wednesday dollar dog nights, Thursdays, and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com. Or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Andrew Myers alongside Rich Fisher, WBCB Sports Network, semifinal of the Central Jersey Group 3 tournament.
Photographers continue to come over here. None of them are taking our picture.
Kyle Franco, the Trentonian,
I haven't seen him in a while. He must
on
have
hand
gone.
today. He's right here behind us, Fish.
Oh, he's still here?
He's hiding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thought you left. Looking for that always perfect shot is Kyle Franco.
First pitch strike to Brett Wallowak. And, of course, check out the Trentonian for post-game recap of this one. Pitch in the dirt for a ball. 1 strike to Brent Wallowak. He'll be followed by Jaden Freese and then the leadoff man, Nick Dromboski. Greyhounds trying to add to their 3-run lead. Ground ball, right side. Connor Crowley stays on it over to first in time for the out. Aiden Poot, the starter for Lawrence, got through 5 2/3 innings. Or 4 2/3, excuse me. And was pulled with 2 outs in the 5th. He was an out away from getting through another scoreless inning. But then an RBI single from Jimmy Musser, followed by an RBI double from Nick Filipponi, and it made the score 5-2.
Hey, keep it in, kid.
Aiden Crowley now tasked with keeping it a 3-run ball game.
Here we go, Jake.
0-1 the count to Jaden Freese. Crowley delivers. Popped up, out of play, foul.
Here we go, Jake. Go. Stay on it, piece something together here, kid.
Northern Burlington, the #1 seed in this tournament. They would host the title game on Thursday with a win.
Yes, they would. Be a short conference team either way, Middletown South or Brick Memorial. I'll tell you what, I saw Brick Memorial against Steinert. They look good. But you were there.
No, I was not
Yeah,
there,
wait,
no.
you-
You did the game with Jordan, I think.
Oh, Jordan,
Yeah.
that's right.
Jordan Hirsch, another one of our fine broadcasters, is actually on hand today. He's over hanging out with his rider crew on the third base side.
He is.
So when NJSIAA stopped over before the game.
Oh, so he wants to be with his rider crew, not with his BCB crew. All right, okay.
I don't think he's part of the production team, and he's not on the broadcast or anything. But
So it's still, he can't come over and hang with us for a couple innings? I'd like to talk to him.
2-2, swinging a miss from Freeze as he's out in front of it.
PG, you said I got him tomorrow? Huh? Oh, I have Nick. Oh, okay. I was going to say I would ignore him tomorrow. What's that?
Steiner softball hosting Northern Burlington tomorrow in the semifinals. Fish will be there. You can catch the action right here on the WBCB Sports Network. First pitch ball to Nick Dromboski.
Yep. CVC is down to 2 teams in baseball. You're looking at one of them, and Robbinsville's playing Bordentown today.
Bordentown, the 14 seed, making it to the semifinal.
Well, they beat Allentown, I think.
Yeah, in the quarters. Dromboski, a couple of bounces to the right side of the mound. Coming off to collect it is Aiden Crowley, and the throw gets past the first baseman Benitez. Rides the line up at the first base line, and striding into third base without a throw is Nick Dromboski. Heads up, base running from the leadoff man.
Well, you know, you got to keep this a 3-run game. You can't be throwing balls away. And now they're giving him another opportunity. I don't know if he would have had him. I think he would have had him.
Yeah, I think it was in time with a good throw.
Yeah.
Dromboski gets all the way to third base on a ball that travels all of about 30 feet. And now Cole Marchetti with another chance to drive a run in for the Greyhounds. Marchetti 1 for 3 today. Takes a first pitch strike. Chance we see Marchetti take over on the mound for Northern Burlington in the top of the 7th. Got to get through his at-bat first here, though, and he fouls that one away for strike number 2.
Marchetti with one of 3 guys that drive in runs in this game for Northern Burlington.
0-2 from Aiden Crowley through the hole in the left side, base knock, and another RBI hit for Cole Marchetti as Dromboski strides home. It's 6-2 Northern Burlington, their largest lead of the day.
Not a bad day for Cole Marchetti. Rutgers commit with 3 hits, 2 RBIs, double.
Marchetti now with 7 hits in 3 games in this tournament. Hard to ask for much more from your 2-hitter.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Luca Menino will step to the plate. Takes the first pitch strike from Aiden Crowley. 6-2 now. Northern Burlington leads as they've scored 1 run in this inning after a pair in the 5th. Greyhounds dugout getting loud, clapping up the pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike 2.
We're waiting right there for you.
Aiden Crowley ahead, no balls and 2 strikes to Luca Menino. That one skips in front of the plate. Good block by Drew Dobkin.
3 unearned runs now allowed by Lawrence today.
Nick Dromboski getting all the way to third base on the throwing error from the pitcher Aiden Crowley. Comes in to score on an RBI single. And Northern Burlington dugout accidentally hitting the play button there on the walk-up music. Luca Menino taking a step out.
That was almost the 1-2 count music.
There is the 1-2 delivered low for a ball. Northern Burlington trying to reach their first Central Jersey Group 3 final since 2021. And they defeated a CVC team in the semifinal to get there. That was Hamilton West. 2-2 popped up. It's going to get out of play on the first base side.
Something different. Another foul ball on the first base side.
Here we go, Luca.
2-2 the count, 2 away in the bottom of the sixth. Luca Menino trying to keep the line moving. Aiden Crowley nods his head and delivers. 2-2 breaking ball, ripped into center field, tracking back on his boot, looking up, it's gone! Bat flip for Luca Menino, and the Greyhounds pitcher adds to their cause. It's 8-2.
Number 9 on the year for Menino. RBIs number 32 and 33. Wow, he just tore into that. And a little bit in that right center field gap. That's power there. Oh, well-coordinated jump there by the team on that celebration.
It's not their first home run celebration this year, Fish.
Yeah, you can tell they've done it before.
Number 30 on the season for the Greyhounds. You mentioned number 9 for Menino, leads the team. And a 3-run inning for the Greyhounds to open this one up. It's now 8-2. Liam Vallee swings at the first pitch, deep to center field. Poot looking up, trying to get to it. It clanks off the top of the fence. Vallee, big turnaround first base. I think he thought it was gone.
He thought it was gone because as soon as he was halfway up the line, and as soon as he saw that it was off the fence, he started to run harder.
Vallee will get to first base, his first hit of the day. And now every Northern Burlington batter has reached base at least once today. Vallee was 0 for 3 before driving that one into center. And everything unraveling now for the Lawrence Cardinals as Jim Mayer heads out to the mound.
Yep. All set up by a 2-out error.
Aiden Crowley got the first 2 batters retired in this inning. Ground out by Walulak. He struck out Jaden Freeze. And then Nick Dromboski with a dribbler about 30 feet to the right of the mound. Aiden Crowley comes off to field it cleanly and fires it up the line past the first baseman Benitez. Dromboski got all the way to third base. And then Cole Marchetti drove him in with an RBI single. And Luca Menino rips a 2-run homer to straightaway center field to make it 8-2 Northern Burlington. Jimmy Musser, who had an RBI in his last at-bat, gets another chance to hit. He's 1 for 3 today. He swings at the first pitch. High bounce to third base, cut off by Williver. And he makes the play over to first in time for out number 3. 3 runs scored for the Northern Burlington Greyhounds, and the big damage done by Luca Menino with a 2-run shot to center field. It's 8-2 Northern Burlington. The Greyhounds 3 outs away from a trip to the Central Jersey Group 3 final.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are number 1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
We go to the 7th in the Central Jersey Group 3 semifinal. Top-seeded Northern Burlington Greyhounds 3 outs away from hosting the title game on Thursday. Luca Menino back out there to start the 7th inning and fires in a first pitch strike to Drew Dobkin, pitch number 105 on the day for the righty.
Yeah, we were kicking it around off the air thinking got the bottom two in the lineup. We'll see how he does with this on his pitch count.
Dobkin, fly ball, shallow center field. Long run for Dromboski, but he gets to the spot. 2 pitches, 1 away.
Yep.
And we got a pinch hitter for Seneca Sumners. Shane Mitchell, the junior, will get a chance to hit. We've seen his number called a couple of times this year off the bench. Typically one of the first subs used by Jim Mayer. And the head coach for the Cardinals trying to find any sort of juice as their team is 2 outs away from ending their season. Mitchell takes the first pitch ball. 1-0 in there for a strike, count even at 1 apiece. Mitchell is 1 for 12 this season at the plate.
Well, when you look back on this season by Lawrence, I mean, I know they had high hopes coming into this year, and rightfully so. I mean, this is their 3rd year with 20 straight wins. But it's weird because you look at it, they won those 21 games that first year Jimmy Mayer was here, and they only lost 1 senior off of that team. And then last year, they graduated 2 very good seniors, 2 Division I players. You know, so then you think, well, this has got to be the year for them.
2-2 called strike 3. Mitchell down looking, and Northern Burlington's 1 out away.
But, you know, you think, well, this has got to be the year. They didn't do it those first 2 years. You're right. They're going to let him go. He's kind of laughing. I got 1 more to go. But the nucleus of this team is this junior class. So they're gonna come back guns blazing again next year. You know, they lose Connor Crowley, who's one of their best pitchers, and they lose Teak Toto, who's like their best hitter, one of their best hitters, and Crowley's also one of their best hitters. So they lose again. They lose 2 very valuable seniors, but you know, 6 guys back, and you got Poot back, and you have a healthy Deacon Moore back. So, you know, the hopes are going to be high for this team again next year. Now, that being said, we've already gone over it. Northern Burlington is going to bring a ton of great players back, too. So, CJ3 is going to have at least 2 really good teams back in it again next year.
Luca Menino's day is done on the mound for the Northern Burlington Greyhounds. He allows 2 runs through 6 2/3 of an inning, goes through the order 3 times. Retired the last 3 batters he faced. Got strikeout number 10 in the final batter that he faced in Shane Mitchell. His 5th game this year that Luca Menino got double-digit strikeouts.
Yep, the only thing he did that was un-Benino-like was walk people. Gave up 1, 2, 3, 4 walks and hit a batter. But we did see him scuffling with that mound, too, so I don't know if that had something to do with it.
Menino goes 2 outs further than he did in the first round against Red Bank. 13 strikeouts in 6 innings for Menino in that one. He allowed 1 run on 2 hits. Here today, he allows 2 runs on 2 hits. And he makes way for Jimmy Musser, the starting second baseman for the Greyhounds, tasked with getting the final out of this one. Musser with 25 innings under his belt this season, a 1.68 ERA, 35 strikeouts to 11 walks. And he'll face the Lawrence leadoff man, Aiden Poot, with 2 away in the top of the 7th.
Menino goes out to second, just a straight change here.
Musser pitching from the stretch, not really a different look from Menino, and a first pitch breaking ball. Turns Poot out of the way and then cuts back in for a strike. Aiden Poot 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts and a walk. Northern Burlington haven't won a Central Jersey Group 3 title since 2015, haven't made the title game since 2021. Poot, right side.
The ball finds
Menino at second, over to first in time. and the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take care of business in the semifinal, and they will be right back here at home on Thursday afternoon with a chance to win the Central Jersey Group 3 title.
Yep, great job by Northern Burlington. Lawrence tried to make it a game, came within 3-2 in the 5th inning. Northern responded with 2 quick runs and then put it away in the 6th, and they look every bit potential sectional champion. I don't know how good Middletown South is, but I know if these guys play Brick Memorial, that's going to be a heck of a game. So I'm heading out. I'll see you guys later.
All right, Fish, always a pleasure. As Northern Burlington and Lawrence go through the post-game handshakes, another disappointing end to a season for Lawrence, as the Cardinals win 20-plus games for the 3rd year in a row and are unable to bring a sectional title back home with them. And the Cardinals season ends the same spot that it ended last year in the semifinal of the Central Jersey Group 3 tournament. And Gene Darling, in his 4th season as head coach of the Northern Burlington Greyhounds, pushes Northern Burlington to their 25th win of the year. They're now 25-2, and they will host either Brick Township or Middletown South in the Central Jersey Group 3 title game on Thursday afternoon right here at Northern Burlington Regional High School. That'll just about do it for us on the WBCB Sports Network. Thank you to our sponsors for today's game: Team Toyota, Capital Health System, Revere Restaurant, Kessel Dermatology, New Jersey Education Association, Jammer Doors, Hyundai of Trenton, Italian People's Bakery, the Trenton Thunder, the Trentonian, and Haldeman Ford. For our entire crew here on the WBCB Sports Network, the Hall of Famer Rich Fisher, our video engineer Brianne O'Neill, and our cameraman Makai Gundy, I'm Andrew Myers signing off from Northern Burlington. The Greyhounds move on to the Central Jersey Group 3 title game, and they will host it on Thursday afternoon with a chance to bring home some hardware. Check out our YouTube page. Please subscribe and get some notifications for the rest of our games this summer. We'll have Steinert and Northern Burlington softball tomorrow in the semifinals of the softball Central Jersey Group 3 tournament. Thanks for tuning in today, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Take care.